Yes, I'm going to record it. It will be available to watch whenever you like. I'll post it on my YouTube here for those of you that can't. Is everyone in Team Bull that's on here? Oh, on demand. That's just a service that TOS has. It's just pre-recorded market. I'm just going to use this to talk about options on. That way, I'm not giving out none of my real account information. All right, I guess we're ready to start. It's time. I guess people that aren't here can watch this later. I'll pause about halfway through this and answer questions, but I'm just going to get started here. Okay, you can see I have the options pulled up on Tesla, ticker TSLA, the stock Tesla. I'm sure you all are familiar with this. Um, you can still hear me, right? Can I get a yes? Awesome. Okay. Now, you have the calls on the left, the puts on the right. Okay. You have the different expiration dates. You can see here we have all these different expiration. Um, you can choose how many strike prices you see. I've got 14 put in here. You can pull that up. Um, let's just go with 14 for now. This is the strike price here. Now we're looking at the March. Well, these have already expired. So let's just look at these. Keep in mind, this is the for March the 3rd. Okay, so this has already happened. This is what this is pre-recorded. Um, on demand records the market so you can go back and practice, and that's what we're looking at here. Okay. Now, I have pulled up here, we got volume, open interest, bid, and ask. We're looking at the call side, right? Okay, what the volume is how many people have bought, sold, or held this call option today. So if we look at let's look at the 885 call option. We got 123 people at this point had bought, sold, or held this particular call option today. Assuming we're looking at this in real time. Okay, open interest is how many people held this from the day before. So this 865 call option, 380 people held it from yesterday. Okay, now let's look at the bid and ask. I'm sure you all are familiar. You have heard the term the spreads before, right? Spreads is the difference between the bid and ask. So if we're looking at this 865 call option, you can see the bid's 3 is 30.65, the ask is 31.15. So it's quite the, we gotta, let me do the math here. I don't know, roughly like a $50 spread. Um, $50 spread. So if we bought the ask, we would open up $50 negative, right? That's why when if you're in Team Bull, you hear me say this often. Be aware of the spreads. Don't trade nothing really bad spreads, especially day trading, because you're going to open up in the red already. Um, and I guess a good spread on Tesla would probably be, for me, I like to see like at least no more than 20 if possible. You can see, let's look at this. It's much better. The spreads are much better. You can see a $50 spread here. That's not horrible. Um, it's not my favorite though. Let's see. Um, Whole numbers you typically have better spreads for some reason. Seems like they get more attention. Anyways, you get it. Don't trade nothing with horrible spreads or you're gonna lose money. Plain and simple. Um, Now the put side, it works exactly the same. Volume's the same. So let's look at this 860 put option. We've had 4,667 people either buy, sell, or hold this today. That's what that's telling me. If you look at open interest, we had 2,762 people hold this from yesterday. Okay. And you can see the spread here. We got a $35 spread, $35 difference. Why people look at these, you see 13.65. I see $1,365. And here I see $1,400. That's how I look at it. I don't try, 14.00. I look at it as $1,400. If I wanted to buy this right now, it would cost me that much to get in this trade. Okay. Now, I'm going to pause for a second and I'll answer a few questions. If you have any questions on the volume, open interest, or the bid and ask, um, go ahead and post them in the chat. And for those watching this later, I'll try my best to read all these out loud so you know what I'm going over. If we don't have any questions, I'll continue on. Um, oh yeah, I watched Ivy. That I'll go over that next. Just any questions over what I've went over so far before I change it up. Does open interest reflect current price or what they bought at? This shows me there's more interest in these. Yeah, when you're picking your option to trade, you always want to make sure you got decent volume, decent open interest. If you don't have any volume at all, chances are you're not going to be able to get in and out of your trades quickly. Why do you open in the negative if the spreads are large? It's just because, coach, look here, you're going to buy. So you're buying the ask, right? So if you buy at 14 and the bid's at 13.65, you're already down. That's just how options work. What do I look for in the volume open interest? I just like it to be decent. Just make sure you got enough volume in there to get in and out of your trades. Open interest, I really look at open interest when I'm swing trading, when I'm picking my contracts. I like them, I like to have, I like other people to be interested in them as well. Um, Isaac, this is Think or Swim by TD Ameritrade, and this is the on-demand service they offer. Yes, you have to buy the entire contract. Yeah, Brandon, like on scalps, if Brandon said buying the ask never gets filled for me. When you're trading these fast scalps, it's hard to get filled quickly. Sometimes you do have to buy market. That's when you really, really have to pay attention to spreads. If you're going to buy a market, you have to have really, really good spreads, and you want to have really good volume. That way you can get in. There's plenty of people there to buy, give you a good feel. Um, and I never recommend buying market if you're doing like I don't know a good number, but I wouldn't go over 50 contracts trying to try the buy market because you're gonna get a bad feel. Chances are, um, like on AMD and stuff, I don't have no problems buying market. It gives you the quickest entry. Um, in a perfect world, I prefer to buy limit and sell limit because I know exactly what I'm getting. There's no guessing. Okay, what's good volume? Um, it's different with each stock. I guess 500ish or above. I don't know if I can put a number on it, honestly. It depends your position size. It depends a lot of different factors. Okay, let's go here. Um, Now let's look at implied volatility. Okay, I keep a simple rule of thumb when I'm trading. Um, I do I do make exceptions for this occasionally, but preferably um, if I'm going to swing, if I'm swing trading calls, I don't like the implied volatility to be above 90% because your contract's overpriced already. As implied volatility goes up, the price that you're going to pay to buy this it goes up with it, right? Uh, so, and if it drops back down once you get in, the price doesn't even have to move. You know, you can automatically lose money, and chances are it's going to fluctuate, especially when it's that high. That's why I keep a rule of thumb: 90% or higher. I try not to swing trade. I do make exceptions occasionally, but I try to stay away from them. That's just your probability to be out of the money. Okay, I think that is all I wanted to cover on this for now. The next thing I'm going over is going to be the Greeks. Um, and the Greeks are really important, especially when you're trying to, let me back up for a second. First off, when I'm choosing a call option to day trade, um, I will say this before I go over the Greeks. When I'm choosing my call options to day trade, let's say the current price of Tesla. What is the current price here? So the bid is at $862.25. So if I'm, if that's the current price of Tesla, and I'm looking for a call option to trade it, say I want to make money, it's going to go up. I want to make money with a call option. Which one would I choose in this situation? Tesla's a bigger stock. It has bigger moves. So I would probably go with the 870. It's a nice number, a solid number. Um, Maybe even 875. It just depends. And it's going to depend on the delta. The deltas are pretty close here. So, um, for those you don't understand what delta is, when I cover the Greeks just here in a minute, you will know. But I tend to go with the one closest to being in the money, the one just right out of the money. Um, Again, when you're looking to choose, when you're choosing, just be aware of the spreads, um, and be aware of the volume. Pretty simple. Uh, is everyone following along? Following along? Sorry, can't talk today. I'm trying to go back through all these. Wow, I don't know if I'll be able to answer all these questions. Yeah, Michael, the IVs tends to be really high around earnings. That's why there's a thing called IV crush, and that's why probably 80% or more of the time when people trade earnings they lose because even if the price does move decently, the IV, the implied volatility goes down, and you lose money on your premium. So even if it does move $10, the IV comes down so much, it's pretty much break even. Sometimes you even lose money when it does go in your favor. That's why I keep a rule in my trading plan now that I only play, if I do play earning trades, I only play them with that day's profit. That keeps me from losing money from, I feel like it's a good strategy. Only be willing to risk what I made that day. Appreciate you, Andrew. Um, and I'm going to be doing these webinars regularly. I'm going to have a better setup next time. So you need to be sure you're sub to my YouTube, all my socials, because I think I'm going to do these maybe a couple a month or something like that. Give you all some free education. If you're not in Team Bull, you need to come join us. I trade there live every morning. I'm on voice 30 minutes before market opens. Um, and the links in my bio on my socials, or you can go to grizzlytrades.com and join Team Bull. One more thing that I'm going to continue on. I think we have 9 spots left in the March Mentorship. If that's going to teach you how to trade. It's a month-long program, so check that out. Okay, let's continue on here. I'm going to teach you all about the Greeks. Very important, and this is going to tell you all how you're going to make money off these options. And I want to rule out a few questions I get in my one-on-ones. You don't have to wait until the strike price before you make money. Yes, you make money going down with puts. You make money going up with calls. Say we bought this 850 put right now. You can sell, if you bought it right now, you can sell this 1 second later. You don't have to wait. There's no time period. If you bought this and you hold it until expiration date, it's going to expire worthless. You're going to lose all your premium. Okay. People ask me, I'm going to say a few more things and I'm going to cover the Greeks. People ask me how to get around the day trading rule, which is, it limits you to 3 or 4 day trades in a 7-day period. You just simply get Thinkorswim or Webull and you switch to a cash account. That allows you to trade with whatever cash you got in there. And if you trade options, it resets every night, so you can day trade every day from what cash you have. If you're trading shares, it takes it 2 days to settle. So that's how you get around that. Figure I would throw that in there. What was the question, Golf? Let me see if I missed it. Golf, go to my YouTube after this is over. Go to TOS Active Trader Setup, my YouTube video, and that's going to show you how I get into them trades so quickly. Yeah, Team Bull is no joke. It really changed my life, honestly. Like, I wasn't near the trader I am today before I joined. I wasn't even consistently profitable. I was losing money. Joining Team Bull really helped it click for me. I remember my goal when I entered Team Bull was $50 a day trading, and now it's roughly it's around $1,000 a go. That's my goal daily now. I'm not saying I hit that every day, but I constantly make money day trading. I'm no longer losing. Let's see here. Okay, I guess we're gonna start with Delta. Delta, you can see this. Let's just use this. Let's use this 870 call option for the example. You can see it's got a 43.43 delta. Okay, don't look at that like it's 0.43. Look at it like it's $43. Okay, so that's $43 delta. So if we buy, say, you can see here for easy math, we're gonna say Tesla's 862 even right now. So the price of Tesla is 862. We think it's going to go up. So we're going to buy this 870 call option, right? Okay, we buy it. We buy the ask. So we pay $1,170 to purchase this call option. Okay, because we think Tesla's going to go up. So let's say Tesla goes up $1 to 863. It's went the way we wanted it to, right? We bought the call option, we expected it to go up. It's went up $1. So now this 870, this is going to tell you how much you're going to make with the first $1 move. So it went up $1, we make $43. So now add $43 to your premium that you paid. You can sell this and keep the $43. Or you can, if you think it's got more room, you're going to make more money off of it, you're going to hold it, right? So let's say it goes up an additional $1. So now we're at $864. We've went up $2. Now with this move, not only do you get delta, but you get gamma as well, which gamma on these bigger stocks like Tesla are really low. Some gammas are really high. Like if you can check out some, I can't think of any offhand, but some stocks have like a $20 gamma. But anyways, the second $1, the second 1 point move up, you get gamma and delta, and with each additional one after that, you get both of these. So you get it. I'm sure you can all understand this, right? Everyone following? Pretty simple. Really simple. I feel like people, they look at these Greeks and they're like, oh my goodness, but they're just so simple and so easy to learn. Theta. Theta's really high here, right? Theta is going to tell you how much money you're going to lose due to time decay. When I say time decay, I mean the closer you get to this expiration date of March 4th, which is already passed. Remember, this, for those that just joined, this is a virtual account, and this is the market recording. So, anyways, we're going to have to pretend like this is happening this day. So, let's see here. Where was I? Okay, so 4.50. Again, that's $450. So, if we buy this, I'm sorry, $438. We're looking at the 870 call. So if we buy the 870 call, the price, Tesla's 862 right now. If we hold on to this till tomorrow, and no matter what happens, we're gonna lose $438 on our premium due to time decay. Keep in mind, the further out you go in expiration, the less Theta is going to be, right? So that's why when you're swing trading, you don't want to swing same week expiration, because time decay is going to eat up your premiums. Just keep that in mind. Now Vega 0.25, keep in mind that's $25, right? So Vega tells you how much your premium is going to change as implied volatility changes. So that's why I stress how important it is. So say this had a 90% implied volatility. You bought in, let's say it drops the implied volatility drops 5%. Okay. That would be $100 off your premium automatically. See how that works? With each 1 point move on implied volatility, you get $25. It can go up, you can make 25, or it can go down, you're going to lose 25 off your premium with each 1% move in implied volatility. Yeah, that's pretty simple, huh? I watched so many videos and stuff learning. Like, it seems like everyone tries to overcomplicate everything with day trading. And the key to it all is just keeping it simple. I know that sounds crazy, but for those that's in Team Bull, that's how I trade. I keep it simple. I keep the same strategies. I trade levels. I don't enter trades for no reason. I always look for key levels. I like to have 3 things telling me to enter a trade. Okay, now let's back up a minute here. Let's say you buy this 870 call option, okay? And let's say instead of going up the way you want it to go, it goes down, right? So now we're losing money. When you buy a call option, you want it to go up. That's where you're going to make your money. So let's say we buy it, it goes down. First $1 move down, you're going to lose delta, okay, off your premium. So we've lost $43. Now, with each additional $1 move down, it works differently than it does going up. Instead of adding gamma, you're going to subtract it. That's the only difference. As far as I know, that's how it works. So you're not losing quite as much, but you're still losing pretty badly. So, um, yeah, I mean, and the puts they work the exact same way, but going up. You make money going down in puts. But the Greeks work exactly the same. You have any questions on this, anyone? Um, the goal of this was just to give you all an understanding of how options work, puts and calls. Um, I think now would be a good time to answer questions on this. I feel like I've covered a lot of it. Um, in Vega, I really don't pay attention to Vega much. Or I'm sorry, Row. I do pay attention to Vega. Row. I don't pay attention to row much. It's just what that is. It just tells you how much your premium is gonna change with interest rate hikes, and you really don't need to pay attention to that unless you're just holding a call option or put option for a year plus. Golf Pro says, how can you follow this in the moment? Are these prepared and reviewed the day before? When I'm making my watch list of a morning, I pretty much do this work for you inside Team Bull for the most part, because I always post the call options or put options that I'm trading in my watch list in Grizzly Trades. But I go through and look at all this stuff. Um, and once you get some experience, you can tell which ones you want to trade. Um, for example, I don't have nothing. Let me pull up something. Um, let's look at HUT. See if it pulls this. Okay, let's look at HUT. Smaller stock, right? You notice here we have like weird 6.5, this and that. Probably not the best. Let's go down here. Let's look at this. Um, this is not the best example, but sometimes when you have these weird off numbers like 6.5, they typically have a worse. They have less volume for one, and they typically have a worse spread. Uh, Not this one so much, but I've seen this in bigger stocks like Nvidia. For those of you that remember Nvidia when they split and they finally got call options, they had all these weird like 100. I don't remember, but it was like 2.25, 0.75, and they had horrible volume and horrible spreads. But if you got to the whole numbers, they tend to have better um, spreads. Let me see. I'm gonna answer some questions. Vega. I thought I explained Vega pretty well. It's just wow. These don't even have much Vega. Let me go back to something. Let's look at DWAC. This is horrible. If DWAC's had horrible spreads here recently. Okay, Vega. Yeah, Vega, it just tells you how much your premium's gonna change as implied volatility changes. That's all Vega's telling you. So, 0.3, that's $3, right? So, if let me pull up the implied volatility. So you can see how crazy the implied volatility is here. So if this went down to 130, if that went down to 129, you would lose $3. If it went up to 131, you would gain $3. Hope that answers your question. Preston, when I'm on voice in the morning on Team Bull, I try to my best to go in details about stuff, but my main goal is to find these trades, and I'm completely focused on my trading. So uh, that's why I always answer questions afterwards because it tends to be a little hard to focus and answer all the questions. Um, for those of you that haven't read the book, The One Thing, I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite books. I feel like it's really helped me out through. What's up? How do you choose contracts if you are buying ETFs like QQQ and SPY? I usually, Larry, if I'm trading QQQ or SPY, they all tend to have good spreads, good volume. I typically just trade the closest one to being at in the money, the one right out of the money. So, let's say if SPY was 400 and I was looking to take it long with call options, I would just buy the 401 call option. Honestly, that's how I trade them. Same with the Qs. Let's say if SPY was 400 and I wanted to trade puts, I would simply buy the 399 put option. If that helps you out. No, Melvin, there's never a situation like that. Yeah, Team Bull is awesome. Um, Again, if anybody has any questions about Team Bull or mentorship, I will answer them here as well. If you're not in, Susan, the one thing you can just Google it. It's the one thing. You'll I think it's the only book named that actually. Thank you, David. I hope everyone at Team Bull is making money with me. Um, I was checking my trades out, like my logs. I've had 3 losing trades this year, um, which is a lot better than my beginning last year. What days and times will the mentorship classes be? The March mentorship, which is in my link in bio if you want to join. Um, Classes are typically on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. They're taught live, and you have a whole whole class to chat with. But they're recorded in case to fit any schedule. I understand we have to work and this and that. So if you miss class, don't worry about it. You're gonna have the recording there waiting for you. You'll have access to these recordings forever, and I'm gonna work on a schedule for it today, a detailed schedule. Um, you'll have Brandon, myself, and GD teaching, so you're gonna get scalping, day trading, basics, investing, all that into one course. It lasts over a month. When I'm day trading options, I tend to always trade same week expiration because I don't plan on holding these overnight anyways. So it only makes sense, right? They're cheaper. Um, like why wouldn't anytime I take out a trade, if you see this in my channel on Team Bull, the day trading watch list, this is trades I'm not gonna hold overnight, and most of the time my trades are scalps. So I will touch on this for a second. People say, "What's a scalp?" A scalp is the fastest type of trade. It lasts seconds to minutes. A day trade's second fastest type of trade. It lasts minutes to hours, right? So, you both them trades you don't never want to hold overnight. It's not you haven't planned for it. You haven't done the proper technical analysis for a swing trade. It's just gambling at that point. How do you check for volume confirmation, level 2 volume graph, or something else? Okay, volume, I just watch bars. You can tell by the volume bars. I like to trade stuff with decent volume. When I'm taking momentum trades, I like really good volume. Level 2, if I'm looking to go long with level 2, I'm simply watching for the bids to hold above that level that I'm looking to break. Okay? And I like to see increased size come in on level 2. I keep it simple. I don't try to uh, read 20 different things at once. Just volume, level 2. Let my indicators guide me as well. So, do you guys ever do one-on-one for more specific, direct question? Brian, I do offer one-on-ones. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be offering them because they get overwhelming sometimes. But the link's in my bio if you want to schedule one. I have some openings next week. You just go to one-on-one. And there's a whole calendar there. You can see what's open. Elon, he did one with me. How you doing, Elon? Nice to see you. Yeah, Larry, that's a good question. When I play 0 day to expiration contracts, I only trade them within the first 2 hours most of the time. Cause Theta's gonna start. Theta usually don't bother you on day trades, but on same day expiration, Theta does affect your trade. You don't want to be holding a longer day trade using same day expiration. What indicators do I use? I use the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, the 20 SMA, indicator I have called prior day close. It just simply shows me what the stock closed at the day before. Um, I keep RSI up. Um, I believe that's pretty much it. I try to keep it simple as possible. Do you put a stop loss on every scalp and day trade right after the opening trade? Um, Scalps, I typically have a mental stop loss, but I don't recommend that, especially for beginners. I would keep a physical stop loss. Yeah, I'll go over. I'm gonna start doing these regularly, so you need to be sure you keep up with me. And take advantage of my other YouTube videos. I got some live trades on there. Yeah, I'll put the indicators in chat for you. And for those that aren't in Team Bull, you need to come join us. We trade live every morning. Um, you can come check out our testimonial, check out the gains section. Uh, Honestly, it's something special at Team Bull. I've seen so many lives change. Um, People develop their own unique trading style, become traders, calling their own trades out. Um, if you're looking to grow as a day trader, swing trader, whatever, investor, or if you just want a group of people that really motivate you and push you to be the best person you can, that's where you need to be, is Team Bull. I'm not saying that to advertise because I don't own the Discord. I'm just admin in it. Um, I can just tell you all what it did for me. Yeah, and maybe I think I should do like a maybe to do something on my story on Instagram where you get to decide what webinars I do. Kind of do like a let you all DM me what you want. 9 to 5 job trading tips. Okay. Um, yes, I'm a full time trader, but there was a time when I worked full time. By full time, I mean I worked 50 to 60 plus hours every week. Um, I made time for it. Like, the last job I was on was night shift, so I had plenty of time there. I could just simply trade of a morning. Um, but if something happened, let's put it like this: if something happened that I couldn't manage my day trades, I had to be somewhere right at the first hour of market. I simply just wouldn't day trade, and I would just focus more on swing trades. They're a lot easier to manage, and they're easy to do working 9 to 5. And there's plenty of money to be made from swing trades as long as you put education first and learn how to do it properly. Um, and I will say this: if you're in Team Bull, you need to make use of the library. I feel like it's slept on. Like there's so many free books and everything in the library, like thousands of dollars worth. So, um, I think we've had a good options trading class. I feel like you all should have a better understanding of how option works, how I choose my options. Um, when I will say this on closing words, remember when I'm choosing for day trading, I like to choose the closest one to the money. Okay. When I'm choosing for swing trading, I like to go out choose monthlies. I'm not going to choose same week to swing trade. Just don't make sense. And time decay is going to eat up our premium. When I'm doing leaps are kind of like long-term investing with options. I like to go at least for minimum 4 months out. Okay. I think if you have any questions, you can reach out to me through my DMs. Check out my podcast. I'll be having a new video out tomorrow for you all. Yeah, I appreciate you all for joining this. I guess we'll have another one maybe later this month if that sounds good to you all. Sound good? We'll have another one later this month. Awesome. All right. I'll see you all later.